Okay, here we are back for the 5th round. We are on the bubble. Need to win this to break even on prize. Get a treasure chest for our troubles. You know, I'm inclined to mulligan this hand because I've got 3 lands in it and I've got 2 4-drops. So maybe I should mulligan because I'm probably just going to never draw another land for the rest of the game and get crushed. You know, just going off how our past few games have gone. But this is a keep. Alright, opponent did not have a play on turn 1, so I'm going to go ahead and lead off with the position. Excuse me. Alright, so we're playing against humans. Traditionally, this is a good matchup for us if they don't draw infinite freebooters. I'm going to take the Mantis Rider. Reflector Mage does nothing. It does absolutely nothing. I mean, it bounces maybe a token from Gideon Ally of Zendikar or a Snapcaster Mage. If you want to bounce a Snapcaster Mage, by all means, go ahead and do it. Mantis Rider is the most aggressive clock, though, and then Double Thalia's Lieutenant doesn't really do anything until they start stacking up big time with like your other threats. I mean, you just casting blank Thalia's Lieutenant on turn 2 is garbage. So I'm going to rip that Mantis Rider from you, and I've got Path plus Thoughtseize, so now I can take, you know, Business next turn and then Path a spell, or Path a creature. Likely just playing Creeping Tar Pit next turn, though, but we'll see what happens. Let's just see if he runs out the blank 1/1. Alright, so playing Ziggurat and Lieutenant, that's fine. Lingering Souls is great. Okay, here we are back for the 5th round. We are on the bubble. Need to win this to break even on prize. Get a treasure chest for our troubles. You know, I'm inclined to mulligan this hand because I've got 3 lands in it and I've got 2 4-drops. So maybe I should mulligan because I'm probably just going to never draw another land for the rest of the game and get crushed. You know, just going off how our past few games have gone, but this is a keep. Alright, opponent did not have a play on turn 1, so I'm going to go ahead and lead off with the position. Excuse me. Alright, so we're playing against humans. Traditionally, this is a good matchup for us if they don't draw infinite freebooters. I'm going to take the Mantis Rider. Reflector Mage does nothing. It does absolutely nothing. I mean, it bounces maybe a token from Gideon Ally of Zendikar or a Snapcaster Mage. If you want to bounce a Snapcaster Mage, by all means, go ahead and do it. Mantis Rider is the most aggressive clock, though, and then Double Thalia's Lieutenant doesn't really do anything until they start stacking up big time with like your other threats. I mean, you just casting blank Thalia's Lieutenant on turn 2 is garbage. So I'm going to rip that Mantis Rider from you, and I've got Path plus Thoughtseize, so now I can take, you know, Business next turn and then Path a spell, or Path a creature. Likely just playing Creeping Tar Pit next turn, though, but we'll see what happens. Let's just see if he runs out the blank 1/1. Alright, so playing Ziggurat and Lieutenant, that's fine. Lingering Souls is great. So I'm just going to play Tar Pit, and I'm going to Thoughtseize you now. So, okay. So Lieutenant stacks in which way? So he would come into play and make this a 3/3, I guess, and then they just get bigger every turn. So that's not great for me. And then if you want to play Reflector Mage blank, that's fine. Otherwise, I'm just taking 1. So if I take this, I would take 1 damage, maybe 2. If I take the Reflector Mage, which doesn't do anything, then I would be taking 3, and then he would have 2 lieutenants to deal with. So I'm gonna take the lieutenant. I don't want to jinx myself or anything, but I will comment on the fact that I have not drawn a land thus far, and I am running out of turns to do so to cast my 4-drops. So I'm a firm believer of the fact that Magic Online goes in waves. I think that it's a pattern. I think that the algorithm for the shuffler, I think it changes like every downtime maybe or every day, because you'll just have days where we're just hoping that he hasn't drawn something ridiculous. Alright, so he's just drawing a card here. I thought it was going to be another lieutenant. I hate how these things, like, as it was entering the battlefield or whatever, it still showed that he had 3 cards in hand, so it's just, like, weird in that sense. Alright, so the lieutenant is likely getting pathed here. And then I'll just gang block. Yeah, okay. So, he has no removal in his deck. There's really no way I can get punished here for anything. I'll just path the 4/4. He probably just didn't want to throw away his meddling mage because he thinks that it's naming something, you know, important. Okay, so he's empty-handed, draws an Aether Vial. Inquisition of Kozilek is the best possible top deck for me right now. So we're going to play this Gideon, and I'm going to make a Dork, play a land, and I'm going to pass the turn. So he needs to have a guy, or he can attack with his champion. Actually, he probably just can't attack, period, because the ally token. Yeah, okay. So concession is just fine. Alright, so we're going to bring in some Supreme Verdicts here. Bring in D-Sphere. Bring in Blessed Alliance. What's bad? Humans. They have 1 spell, which is Vile. I don't care. Disdainful Stroke doesn't do much. Stony Silence, whatever. Really just hoping to dodge Kitesail Freebooters and then just mop with the Verdict. So yeah, I think that this is fine. We'll cut Jace. It's not great. Liliana of the Veil is not the best either, but I think that Thoughtseize is considerably worse. Inquisition's fine because I get to take some of this stuff. I can take everything in this deck pretty much. I think I actually can take everything in this deck. But I just don't want to take extra damage from Thoughtseize, and it's a miserable top deck. With Inquisition, if they've got like 1 card in hand, and I think that they're sandbagging a land or something, or an extra vial, I can just snipe it anyway, so... Liliana at least comes into play and makes him, you know, sacrifice a creature, even if it's just like a Noble Hierarch or something. It's just better than, you know, trying to play a Thoughtseize at something. Alright, let's see what we got. He does not know if he would like to play first or not. I would play first if I were him, but it's just me. Alright, so this hand has no blue, but I do have a lot of guess. I've got Path your guy, Collective Brutality your guy, Play Lingering Souls. I'm gonna keep. And I've got Painless Mana as well, so this is a good keep. I would like to say that this is a good hand, even without blue mana. And then once I find blue mana, I mean, Serum Visions is, you know, it's not like I need blue mana to cast, like, it's not like this is like a removal spell. Like, if I had, like if this was like Fatal Push and I had, like white and blue lands or something, I might not keep, but, you know, Serum Visions is good at any time. It's not like it's like I need to draw lands to cast the spell now, or I'm in trouble. So, so argument could be made there to play the Godless Shrine tapped instead, but I would like to be able to path to exile something in response if I have to. Like if he plays a Meddling Mage, let's say, you know, I want to be able to, you know, path it. Like, let's say if he has Meddling Mage naming Lingering Souls, or if he has like Mayor of Everbrook or something, or Cartel Freebooter, or Anafanza the Foremost. The other Necromancer. Yeah, that's a really good card to path, so we're gonna go ahead and get rid of that. And this is perfect too because I'm not brutalitying a Noble Hierarch, so I can just play the Godless Shrine tapped, or I can play the Hallowed Fountain untapped and play Serum Vision. Yeah, okay, so sure. Yeah, let's do that. Let's play Serum Visions. Let's see what business we got. See, that's what I was meaning. Like, you know, Serum Visions is good at any time. I mean, I could even just have played a land tapped and then continue it on plan to just, you know, go souls it up and everything like that. Alright, so, we don't need plains. Absolutely not. Do I need island? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lands. Getting costs 5. Island would just let me play what? So if I keep island on top, then I could just play it and, you know, play Serum Visions. I'm probably just playing the Lingering Souls next turn anyways, though. So island guarantees that I can cast Gideon, and it's an untapped land that's not going to cause me pain, so I don't think I need it, but I'm going to keep it on top just in case. There's a, like, corner case scenario where, like, I need to tap this for white, and, like, I need to have blue, like, you know, say, like, if the next turn comes out, and, like if after the island, let's say there's, like, a Supreme Verdict or something, to, like, find my second source, I would need to cast, I would need to play a land untapped, and I'd have to shock myself, because this would be my white, and then, like, you know, one, or this would be, like, the blue source. I don't know, it's, okay, here we are back for the 5th round. We're, on the bubble, need to win this to break even on prize, get a treasure chest for our troubles. You know, I'm inclined to mulligan this hand because I've got 3 lands in it and I've got 2 4-drops. So maybe I should mulligan because I'm probably just going to never draw another land for the rest of the game and get crushed. You know, just going off how our past few games have gone. But this is a keep. My opponent did not have a play on turn 1, so I'm going to go ahead and lead off with Inquisition. Alright, so we're playing against humans. Traditionally, this is a good matchup for us if they don't draw infinite freebooters. I'm going to take the Mantis Rider. Reflector Mage does nothing. It does absolutely nothing. I mean, it bounces maybe a token from Gideon Ally of Zendikar or a Snapcaster Mage. If you want to bounce a Snapcaster Mage, by all means, go ahead and do it. Mantis Rider is the most aggressive clock, though, and then Double Thalia's Lieutenant doesn't really do anything until they start stacking up Big Ten with, like, your other threats. I mean, you just casting blank Thalia's Lieutenant on turn 2 is garbage. So I'm going to rip that Mantis Rider from you, and I've got Path plus Thoughtseize, so now I can take, you know, business next turn and then Path a spell, or Path a creature. Likely just playing Creeping Tar Pit next turn, though, but we'll see what happens. Let's just see if he runs out the blank 1/1. Alright, so playing Ziggurat and Lieutenant, that's fine. Lingering Souls is great. So I'm just going to play Tar Pit, and I'm going to Thoughtseize you now. So, okay. It's full of just creatures, I don't care. So, sure, I'm just going to kill this and just be fine with that. I don't need information. Information is for the weak. So, Thalia really does put a wrench in my plan, though, because now I can't, like, cast Souls plus Visions next turn, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we'll just play Lingering Souls next turn. Or I could try to Visions into something. But that's why I thought keeping the island was good there too, because this would come into play tap. This would cost me 2 life, stuff like that. So. And then next turn I can play Concealed Courtyard plus Serum Visions, set me up to play Gideon on the following turn. And Gideon, I can use the -2 to kill the Thalia. Also, I can play Godless Shrine, untapped. So I can play Vision plus Flashback Soul. Alright, so there's a Reflector Mage. Really don't care about that much. Still don't see the difference. I guess if I'm going to chump block Thalia, then that makes a little bit of a difference, but I'm most definitely not going to throw a jump in front of Thalia. Maybe if it was Exalted Thalia, I might just chump just to buy me a turn, but meh. Alright, so change of plans. We are going to play Gideon of the Trials instead. How does that work for me? I play Gideon of the Trials, and I lock down the Reflector Mage. Okay, yeah, that's right. The only way this plan backfires is if he has a Mantis Rider, in which case... Or actually, that doesn't even do anything, I don't think. Alright, Reflector Mage it is. Concealed Courtyard comes into play. Tapped, and I pass. And then now I get to play second Gideon, which just destroys him. I think I like Gideon go to 1. That's fine. He doesn't have a way to pump his team, so Gideon going to 1 is fine. And Blessed Alliance is actually really good here. So I can... Huh. So I can shock and play Gideon Jura, and Jura can kill Thalia, or Jura can plus, and then he's just so far behind it doesn't even matter. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna play Jura. There's a consideration for like leaving up Blessed Alliance or whatever, and then flashing back Lingering Souls and just using Gideon to lock something down, but Jura is just so damn powerful. Excuse me. Alright, this might earn the concession right away, actually. I just don't think he can beat this card. I'm going to be preventing all the damage that Reflector Mage does, and then he's forced to attack it for 3, which is going to put it from 8 to 5, and then I just get to untap, and I have Blessed Alliance plus Lingering Soul Splashback. So, yeah. Alright. Cracking Heath in response for tapped Temple Garden. Sure. Alright, so plus, and pass. So, Trials and Gideon and Alliance are kind of a non-mo, but you know, whatever. Okay. Lieutenant's fine. So you take Gideon for 5 instead. Yeah, you have to attack. You still have to attack with this. So Gideon Jiro would go down to 3. That's fine. I will let Gideon Jiro go down to 3. Alright, Fatal Push is great. Fatal Push is just actual nuts right here, I think. Alright, so what do we do? I can Fatal Push something. I feel like kill your Thalia. So killing Thalia allows me just to unlock so much mana. I mean, I've got 4 castable spells here, and with attacks on my spells, it just makes it really, really awkward for me. So I'm going to prevent all the damage there. Flashback Souls. Place Seer Visions. Put both of these lands on the bottom. Play Marsh Flats, and I will pass the turn. So now I've got up Blessed Alliance, push 3 Souls tokens and 2 Walkers. I kind of figured that he had that card, but it's actually not a problem. So I had to know that he had additional copies of Thalia in his hand if he was holding back cards and not playing them. Either he got totally flooded, or he's sandbagging vials, or he just had additional copies of Thalia that he couldn't play. Which is totally fine. So, this combat is going to be morbidly awkward for him because he can't really attack me at all. And then if he doesn't, I can just Fatal Push the Thalia and then continue on playing with using Blessed Alliance to get him. But if he attacks me with, let's say, Noble Hierarch with Exalted, then I just get to blow him out with this Blessed Alliance. Jeez, why would you attack with that? Sure. Alright, so I'm gonna triple block the Hierarch, let Gideon take 2, and be fine with this. I could also just Fatal Push the Lieutenant. Yeah, Fatal Push the Lieutenant seems fun too. I'll just let this happen. Both Gideons will be at 1, but that's okay. I'm not gonna fetch because I just put 2 lands on the bottom. And because I want to draw Supreme Verdicts. I could have just cast Verdict and then animated one or both of these to you know, hit it for 10, but I want to be able to get their loyalty up a little bit. and just to try to dodge any sort of haste threat. It probably was bad, actually. I think I should have just cast Verdicts first and then animated both, because I've got 2 removal spells in my hand, so even if he has a Mantis Rider or something along those lines, it doesn't matter, because I just, either push or Blessed Alliance, whatever he has. So yeah, that was a slight oversight. It's really not going to matter in the long run, because, I mean, I have 2 removal spells and 2 Planeswalkers. But, yeah, I could have closed the door on him a lot sooner if I had, I kind of just moved right to combat, just to, in the excitement of drawing this Supreme Verdict or whatever. So we're going to play the Supreme Verdict, and, I'm going to Emblem Gideon, and then I'll plus this Gideon. And it's, like I said, it's still pretty much the same outcome. I'm just going to be able to attack for 10 next turn. And then the turn after that is going to take another 10 and die, so functionally irrelevant. But, okay. Alright, you have an uncounterable Kitesail Freebooter, which is going to... Alright, I'm going to kill it. If he's got Mantis Rider, I mean, you got me. There's nothing I can do about that. Because if he doesn't have Mantis Rider, then he just takes Fatal Push, and then I'm left with this Blessed Alliance that does nothing. So, okay. Right, well, he's just going to concede. I don't blame him. There was really nothing he could do about that from that situation there anyways. So, alright, we're going to crack this chest. Let's get lucky. Whoosh. Oh man, I got a Gate to the Afterlife. How lucky. And an Illusory Wrappings. Ghastly Demise, I think this card's actually worth like $5 or something like that. It's played in Pauper. It's pretty good in those dredgy kind of delve decks with Gurmag Anglers and Delvers and whatnot. But yeah, so we went 3-2. It's not great. But I mean, considering the matches that we lost were to Magic Online, with this guy, we had 2 lands in game 2 with Verdicts and crap in hand, and then against this guy we had 3 lands in play on turn 7 or whatever with Verdicts and stuff as well. So yeah, I mean, the variance is going to happen. I mean, we had it was game 2, so I mean we'd already lost the first one, but we had a very realistic chance of winning that game and then coming back for another post sideboard game to see if we would have been able to pull something else out of our deck to win the match. So, but sometimes it happens, and that's just variance. I mean, you're gonna get stuck on land sometimes. But we beat Court. He's on the leaderboard here for trophies, which is pretty cool. But anyways, yeah, we will be back for some more Magic a little later. Probably should just change the name of the deck to Esper Walkers, because it's not really transcendent anymore. But yeah, here's the deck again. As I had mentioned before, the Surgical Extractions, I haven't really faced against a graveyard deck or whatever where I've wanted them. They would have been halfway decent against the Vengevine deck, as Rest in Peace, but not really, because Rest in Peace would have exiled their Vengevines and stuff, sure, and it would have also handled their Faithless Lootings and stuff, but Surgical, the target I really care about in that matchup is the Vengevines. So Surgical Extraction being able to take all of his Vengevines, especially with the trigger on the stack, would have been great. So not too much else really. I mean, I think the deck's great. I think that Francisco is going to be releasing a statement or an article with some interviews and stuff on the deck on Card Knock Life in the next couple of days, so keep your eyes open for something like that. And I'll try to get these uploaded and MTGO traders as soon as I can. If you have any questions about the deck, you know where to find me, and I hope you liked the play, and we'll be back for some more Magic, hopefully on a steady basis. Computer held up through this recording, so that's good. And hopefully no more crashing, so be good. Cool.